Connected. Connected.
We are connected using the internet. ఇప్పుడు బ్యాగ్ ఇక్కడ
Okay, let's get start this session. Okay, last session we discussed about EC2 instance, right? Basic introduction about the EC2 instance. Okay, once again I'm telling you guys why we are taking the cloud means it's easy to use and no need to worry about the any. Okay, so it's like ready-made, right? Let's example, if you first example is you want to buy a shirt, right? So if you go and buy a cloth and stitch, it will take the time, right? And if you go for the ready-made, based on your size, it will available. You can trial it and you can get that, right? Same way, infrastructure also. Let's example, I want to a server. General in traditional way, first of all, I need to tell my configuration. Once you brought your server and you need to maintain a data center and installing the software and system engineer, that to maintain that system engineer required and data center required and all the stuff. If something happen again, if it is unreachable or something happen, again, if you want to create this server again, you need to do the things. Maybe it will take couple of weeks or a week time, or at least 2 or 3 days time it will get, right? You need to wait for your infrastructure, right? But nowadays, not like that. So easily you can get your server within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, I can get it server for you, and whatever the earlier is running before it stopped or before it crashed, whatever the state it's running, so that state I can provide you the server. Okay, that state I can provide you on this server. So that much flexibility. Even let's example, today I start with one server on my application started with one server, but going forward my customers are increasing. So now I need more servers. So let's example, on the special occasions, let's example, more users are hitting your site. At that time you require 2 more servers. So if you go for the traditional way, it's not possible on demand adding the server, right? But if you go with the cloud model, okay, if you go for the cloud, on demand also you can add. Okay, these all are the benefits, so that most of the organizations prefer this server. Okay, cloud. Uh, Go to this cloud model and they'll take a infrastructure. Okay, all right. So already we discussed that, and we already started with AWS. Last session we created the account, and then we created the AWS account. We start using the EC2 instance. So before we launch the instance, we explore all the things what we have in the console. Okay, whatever you are seeing, this is called AWS console. That means AWS you can use graphical. Okay, this is called AWS console. Here you can use the various services. Just if you tap here, and if you see the right side corner, top right side corner, you can see your account information, and you can see the regions, and you want to raise a support case, and you can click the support center, and you can raise the issue if you have any issues. But support is separate, they will charge. If you go for the support center, we have different types of the supports. So based on your subscription, like business support you take, they will charge separately for the support. And yeah, if you take view support plans, yeah, if you see the support plans, it's a separate you need to pay if something happen. So developer support and business support, enterprise support. Okay, basically if you take the uh, AWS account free of cost, if you are using, this is a normal support. You need to wait for at least you need to wait for 24 hours. Okay, but if you go for the various model, based on your, generally organization will take the business support and enterprise support. Okay, if you take that, so here is the support model, you can go through that. Okay, all right, so this is the way they will provide the support. And coming to here, okay, so this is the AWS dashboard console, we call AWS console. Here we can use various services. So we are talking about the EC2, that means computer, or you can say virtual machine, but in AWS terminology we call it as a instance. Okay, so you want to launch an instance. Launching means creation of the instance. Just you can go ahead. First of all, you need to choose which region you are going to launch the instance. Let's example, if you take EC2, first go to the dashboard and choose the region. Like I said, AWS offer various configuration, and pricing is changing. The pricing is different from the different regions. Okay, the price difference is not that much, very slight difference. Okay, that is based on the local country taxes, they are changing the price. And like I said, AWS default region, AWS will use the default region North Virginia, and AWS. So guys, are you able to hear me? You guys are able to hear me? Any breaking? Just ping me on the chat if yes. Okay. So please check with your side, whoever is not getting my voice. So just you can check on your side. Okay. Check your headphones or check your speakers once or reconnect. Okay. Fine. Now I'm talking about the EC2 instances, and AWS offer various type of the EC2 instances based on the instances. Like yesterday I shown you, right? EC2 instance types, and based on the type they will charge. Pricing also different. So what type of instances we have? So general purpose, compute purpose we use. General purpose we have these servers, and compute purpose these servers. Memory purpose these servers, R series, X series, M series, and gaming purpose processor. You want to high-end processor computers, you can go for this model, F series, G series, P series. Storage purpose, you can go for this model, like this. So you can go with this types. Okay. Generally, normal purpose you want to launch a server. Generally, we use T2 series servers. So in T2, various types: T2 nano, T2 micro, T2 small, T2 medium, T2 large, X large, like this. That means you will get 1 GB RAM, 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM. According to the model, you will get the RAM. And what purpose we are using means normal, general usage purpose. So you want to, let's example, you want to processor speed, high performance processor required, just go with the accelerate. And these are the series, either P series, G series, F series, and these are the types, and these are the configurations available in that. Okay. All right. And also pricing also same, based on the model they will charge. And pricing is offered 4 ways. AWS offered instances 4 ways. One is on demand. On demand means whenever you want you can start, whenever you want to stop, or whenever you want to terminate you can terminate. And spot is nothing but it will not hourly based actually. So what you need to do is based on the bid. Let's example, I will pay hourly based, but you will choose based on the bid. So let's example, I will pay hour $5. So I need high end so and so configuration instance. So if it is available, then they will provide you. So if you select the instance that type, those are called the spot instances. And reserved is nothing but you will pay the upcoming. It means you will reserve one instance for specific time. Maximum is, okay, customer can commit using EC2 instance over 1 to 3 years. So if you use this particular instance for a long time, like maximum is 3 years time, if you use that, you may get some discount. Regular, if you go for the on-demand model, you may get some discount. Okay, up to 75% you can get the discount on the reserved instances. And dedicated hosts are nothing but physical. Any cloud provider, what they do is backend high-level server they will maintain, and high configured physical server they will maintain. On that they will create a virtual machine, so user can access through interface. So maybe shared tenancy they will give. But if you are if your data is sensitive and you don't want to use other shared tenancy, so just you can go for the dedicated. Means physical backend they will maintain one dedicated host for you. On top of that they will create the virtual machines, give it to you. So that is costly compared than the other. Okay, regularly we go for the on-demand model or reserved model instances. We'll go for this. Okay, and how much they are charging? So based on the models, right? Here we have a lot of models are there. So and those models they will charge per hourly based. Actually, instances billing is hourly based. So per hour you need to pay. Okay, and less than cents. Some are less than cents. Some are $1 or $2. Like based on your, some are $2 per hour, like this, based on your instance model. So they will charge. And also region wise also you can choose. If Mumbai region, what is the price, and another region, what is the price, you can go ahead and you can check it. Okay, right. And you want to start create an instance. First, just click on the running instances, and here you will select the launch instances. Okay, select the launch instance, and then okay, and then you can see the 7 steps. One is AMI, second one is instance type, third one is configuration, fourth one is storage, fifth one is tags, sixth one is security groups, final one is review. Okay, finally you can review. So in order to create EC2 instance, you need to do 7 steps. Step 1, AMI selection. So which AMI you will choose? AMI means ready to use. Template is ready to use, so that you can get it. AMI. And the second thing is instance type. So which type of instance you are going to take? So let's example coming to AMI. These AMIs are offered by the AWS. So directly you can choose and launch the system. Or if you have your own images from running AWS instance, you can create images. From that images, you can create another new image. So this case is when you suppose your application, your server is critical server. So you can take the AMI, and then whenever server is down, you want to launch much more servers like that, you can launch it from that AMIs. So AMIs, you can take your own. And also marketplace, third party. Any as a third party images are there, so you can search for that images and you can use. Or some communities, voice community, like these are the community AMIs, you can search for. So for our purpose, just you can choose this list, select the AMI. And second step is instance type. So various model they will offer, which one. So like I said, AWS, you want to use free tier. So these services you can use free of cost. So you can type AWS free tier, then click here, and okay, and these are the uh, 1 second, it's loading. So these are the computers, like computer, storage, database. So this is the limit. If you are taking EC2 instance, you can use free, but 1 year, up to 1 year, you can use free of cost. Per month, hour 750 hours. That means it's not number of servers you are launching. They will not charge how many number of servers you are using, but how many number of hours you are using. They will charge as per the model. How many hours you are using, they will charge. Right. So you want to use free of cost AWS without costing or without chargeable, you want to use, just you can go for this. So it is the tag free tag. So you can use which configuration you will get 1 GB memory and 1 virtual CPU and 1 EBS. And next thing is configuration details. Configuration details is nothing but how many servers you want, which network you want to launch, and public IP address you want or you don't want, and you want to join in the domain, and you want to assign a role whenever you shut down your system. You want to be stop, or you want it to be terminate, and like this. Whenever unfortunately deletion, you want to prevent from the unfortunately deletion. So unwanted deletions, just you can enable the termination protection, and even you can monitor your instances through AWS service called CloudWatch. But for this, you need to pay additional CloudWatch purpose. Like, so these are the options you can choose. And while it's starting the system, you want to put any booting scripts. Okay, you want to run any system startup scripts. So that scripts also you can put here. So you can give the details here. And then next one is storage. Storage is nothing but AWS a little bit different. Like servers you can launch, but storage they will charge differently. Suppose if you see here, every AWS account free tier you can use 30 GB only. That means I can, if I attach the 60 GB RAM, 60 GB hard disk for one server, I'm only eligible for 30 GB. Even I can get the server free of cost, but you attach the volume, you need to pay for the volumes. Okay, so what you need to do is only you need to use within 30 GB. So if you take the Linux system, default size is 8 GB, and you can maximum give the 16 terabytes. In AWS storage, you can use hard disk, means volumes. Generally, disks are called the volumes. Okay, I will talk on the volumes. We have a storage. At that time, I will talk on this volume side. Okay, that time I will tell you. For now, just keep it as it is. Okay, let it as it is 8 GB. That's enough. And what type of volume is default one? I will talk about this later. And keep it as it is. Next step is storage. Tags. Tags are nothing but easily you want easily identify the instances in AWS. So you can create the tags. Let's example, 4 projects are using your AWS account, but each project having 100 servers. But you want to find out particular server. How you can search? You can search with the tag, or based on the project, your database servers, your project related database servers, or your project related application server, database servers. All I want to display. So just you can give the project tag. Just you will get the all the resources, whatever the resources you are using based on the tag, you can get that. So tags are useful to quick search, even billing also, to get the billing or to identify the billing. So which resource, how much they are using. So that also you can get it. Okay. So next thing is, sorry, I was on mute. So next thing is just provide the tag. Next one, name of the instance, test, EC2, that you can give it. Okay, any name you can give it, or you want to add more tags, project. Let's example, name project. So project name is XYZ, or some tags you can give it. So whenever you want to search based on the name, based on the project, or whatever the key values you are giving, so based on that you can search. And another one, sixth one is the security groups. Security groups are nothing but when you create a security group. Okay, security group is nothing but uh, firewalls. AWS by default disable all incoming traffic. That means once you create a server, you cannot directly connect to AWS systems until unless you open the security group. If you don't open the port, if it is a Linux server, you need to open SSH port. So if you don't open SSH port, you are unable to connect your AWS instance for Linux machine. If you are launching a Windows system, you want to connect your Windows server, you are unable to open the if you don't open the port RDP, so you are unable to connect that. Like, and you want, let's say, if you are install the database on the system, just you can open the port, database port. So these are the security groups, or these are the ports you can add in the security group. You can give the security group name. If you don't provide, by default they will give that. Okay, and this is the description. And finally you can review and then click on the launch. Okay, click on the launch. So once you are launching the instance, like I said, AWS instances, you want to connect, we don't use the password, we use the key pair. We don't use the password, we use the key pair, first time connectivity purpose. So that key pair you need to generate. If you are very first time you are launching, just generate the key pair and give the key pair name, download the key, private key you will have. So once you launch this key pair, then you can start using. Let's example, this is a you can give this. You want to create a new key pair, just you can do. Or every time, instead of creating the new key pair, already you generated once that key pair, just you can select the existing key pairs. Just you can select that, and I acknowledge that, and launch instance. Click on the launch instance. Okay. All right. So once you launch the instance, your server will ready. Then you can start accessing the server. So once you create the instance, default, it will have the ID. This is the default ID, and you can see the more details about the instances is this. Okay, now what you do is just wait for until it running state. Guys, any questions? Meanwhile, you have any questions? Any doubt? Any questions? Okay. Now, if you select the instance, and you can see the description details of the instance. So instance ID, what sort of instance, what type of instance, and public IP address and permission. Guys, please, yeah, thank you. So please be on mute during this one. Okay. So okay. So you can see this instance will have two IP address. One is public IP address, another one is private IP address. Public is for outside connectivity, means through internet you are connecting, or outside. From outside you are connecting, outside of the AWS you are connecting. That means I am outside of the AWS network. My laptop is outside AWS network. If I want to connect from my laptop, I need to use the public IP address. So let's example in AWS, two servers are there. You want to communicate each other. You don't require the private IP address. At that time, you can use the private IP address. Not public IP address is not required. Only private IP address you can use. But public IP address will change. Okay. So when it change, if you stop and start the instance, suppose first time today I'm launched the instance, I got this public IP address. So after my work, I stopped the instance again. Tomorrow I launch instance, then I will get the new public IP address. Same IP address I will not get, because public IP address are costly one, and that is a we have very limit, right? So AWS will release that IP address, and whatever the systems are up for them, they will allocate. But you want to same public IP address, you can go for the elastic IP addresses. So just you can click on the elastic IP addresses. You can generate the one public static IP address that you can attach. Even you stop and start the instance also, oh, it will not change. And private IP address always static. So even you start and stop, it will not change. Okay. Now you can access either public DNS or public IP address, or private DNS or private IP address. Now what you do is just copy the IP address of the system, and so you are accessing. So different machines you can access, right? Suppose this is Linux system in AWS. Let's example, I will tell you Linux EC2. I can change the name as well. Just I can click. This is Linux EC2 on AWS. So my system is Mac, or I'm using Linux system. Okay, Ubuntu or any Linux system. You want to connect it, you can use the SSH. You can use the SSH. Okay, so just you can give the SSH at SSH-I. Before you do the SSH, so you have already this key, right? Demo-NV key I'm using, right? .pem key. So I need to change this key permissions. chmod 600 or 400, location of the key. Where is the key? This symbol, tilde symbol, is nothing but home directory. Under the home directory, I have downloads. In the downloads, key name called demo-nv. So this is the key, .pem. Okay, change the permission. So first step, once you got the key, okay, change the permissions, either 600, 400. chmod is nothing but commands in Linux system. Permissions. You want to change a permission of a file. We use chmod is the command, file or directory, and these are the permission type: read, write, at that. Okay, so permissions you can change, and you can try to connect the system. SSH-I is nothing but identity key. So which key you are using for connectivity purpose? Slash downloads demo hyphen nb. This is my key name, and username is, this is a standard one, EC2 hyphen user at public IP address of this system. This is the command. As generally you want to connect any remote system, we use SSH command. Okay, and username. Here we'll give the username. This is the username at IP address of the system. But we are connecting through the private IP address, right? I'm passing the private IP, sorry, private key, not private IP address, private key. So this key is the located in downloads folder, and key name is this, complete path I given. And -I is nothing but identity key. Generally, AWS you want to connect -I, key pair location, and username at public IP address. Give this. Then it will ask fingerprint. Type yes. Now you connected into AWS system. Now you connected the AWS system. So you want to know which user through you logged in. Who am I? This is the command. Who am I? EC2 hyphen user. I'm connected through the user called EC2 hyphen user. Okay, and dollar is nothing but normal user. Generally Linux systems we have user called root. Okay, you want to switch to root user, sudo space -I type. Now you are a root user. Who am I? So in Linux systems, administrator user called root user. Administrator user called root user. Okay, so now I connected this system and I logged in as a root user through normal user. Then I switched to the root user. Now what you do, whatever you want. You want to install Jenkins, you want to install Chef, you want to install Ansible, or you want to install web server, whatever you want. Whatever you want, okay, you can install it. Okay, database you want to install, web server you want to install, or applications, whatever. Okay, anything you can install on this server, like how you create a virtual machine and how you install on your virtual machine or physical machine. Same thing you can do it on the AWS systems. Okay, you want to exit from this, just click on the exit from root, exit from normal user. Okay, so this is the way you will connect the AWS systems from Linux or Mac systems. Command line you want to connect through SSH -I, key pair name, and username at IP address of the system. This is the syntax to connect to the AWS servers. Okay, so once you connected these servers, then you can start using whatever the purpose you want to use. Now I will tell you the second thing. Okay, now this is the Linux machine. I'm using Windows. I'm not using the Mac, or I'm not using the so guys, Gaurav, I think Gaurav Mishra, just you can restart your system or check your audio device. Maybe others are able to hear, but you are not able to hear means, so you can restart your system or you can reconnect, rejoin. So it's a normal class. It's not demo, it's normal class. Okay, so this is the first class. And now I have a Windows system on my virtual box. Okay, here I can launch multiple operating systems if you install the Oracle VirtualBox. And I will share the video how to create a Oracle VirtualBox and how to install the Linux systems if you want. So that I will share. Okay, so I need a Windows system to connect to AWS. So what I do is Windows system, and I log into my Windows system, and then I will use the key call. I will use the software called Putty. So Putty is a software to connect Linux machines from Windows. So Linux to Linux, you want to connect SSH. Linux to Linux, you want to connect SSH. But Windows to Linux systems, you want to connect Putty or like SSH client, and we have other tools, MobiXterm. These all are the softwares to connect your Linux machines from Windows. So most of the people use the Putty to connect the Linux system. Now, first of all, on your Windows system, make sure Putty present or Putty installed. So how do you get the Putty? Very simple. Open your Windows browser and download the Putty. Okay. So just you can search for Putty download. You can go it for first search and click here and click on here. Okay, and download the complete package you want to download. This is the one. If you are using 64-bit machine, so use this. Okay, and you want to individual Putty, we have a lot of components are there. So these all are the components individually you want to install, you can. But now what I do is just you can download this, install this. So very simple. After download, double click on this, it will install. Okay, so I have already Putty on my machine, so I can see here Putty. Or even you can go for all programs, and there is a tab called Putty, and here you can start. Right, now you can click on the Putty, then Putty will start. You want to connect your AWS, first of all go to the browser. Okay, type on console.aws.amazon.com. So let me pause, just I'm pausing my screen. Just I'm signing with my credentials, that's why I'm pausing. So uh, let me log in to this. So just I'm logging. Oh, yeah, good question. Do we need any software in Linux to Linux or just SSH? So only SSH. Any Linux to Linux you want to connect, just SSH. Okay, and I'm going to log in. Still, it's open. Meanwhile, you can ask any questions. Any questions you have, you can ask. Yeah, Elastic IP is separate topic. I will tell you that what is Elastic IP. So that time I will talk. Elastic IP address is nothing but static public IP address. Each and every time the IP address will not change whenever you stop and start the instance. The same public IP address you can use anytime. Okay. SSH key command where we have to execute in the shell. SSH command where you execute. So Linux system, open the terminal. There you can execute the SSH command. In Linux and Mac, we have a terminal. Open the terminal and execute it. If it is a Windows system, you want to connect to the Linux. I'm showing to you. I'm going to show how to access the Linux system from your Windows. Okay. They're not stuck. Just I pause the screen because I'm getting from my laptop to virtual machine. So there I'm unable to get that. So I'm using my email ID from there to here. I'll show it to you how I did. So that's why I paused. Okay. Hold on. Get the key from my laptop to virtual machine. Okay. Let me share my screen. Yeah. If you see, I logged in into my Windows system. I logged in from my Windows system. Okay, here I opened, this is a system, and I got the key pair from my laptop to here. Okay, so generally you can drag and drop. Here it's not working. So what I did is I uploaded this key to my mail ID and I logged in the email from here. Then I downloaded here so that I got this. Okay, so no worries. Uh, showing you how to connect from the Windows system. Okay, to Linux. So what you do is very simple. Just you can, one second. Okay, if you see the public IP address, select the public IP address and log in. First of all, like I said, you need to have your Putty, and before you connect through Putty, if it is a AWS instance and you are trying to access through PEM key you cannot access from Putty. Okay, you cannot use the PEM key on your Putty. So first it need to convert it into PPK format. Okay, for that purpose, Putty all programs. Once you install the Putty, you will get one supported software called Putty Gen. So Putty Gen is a tool which you can create a public or private keys, or you can convert key one format to another format. That's example. Here I am using PEM key. But if I want to use this key using Putty, this need to convert it into PPK format. So if it is the Linux machine, directly I can use this PEM key. But if it is a Windows machine, so this key first it need to convert it into .pem format, PPK format, demo-nb .ppk format. How I am converting? Using the Putty Gen. There is a tool called Putty Gen. This Putty Gen by default you will get with the Putty. Okay, if you not get this Putty Gen, just go to the Putty site. Okay, download Putty. Here is the Putty Gen. Just if you click here, Putty Gen, you can download the Putty Gen. Okay, but once you install this, automatically you will get a Putty Gen as well. So what you need to do is search button like Windows button, all programs, click on the Putty and select the Putty Gen, and this is the Putty Gen tool. Now you can load your key. So click on the load. So which key you want to load? So here select all. Where is in downloads? What is the key name? demo-nb.pem. Key type called PEM file. So load this PEM file. Click on OK. Once you load it, click on OK. Save private key. Click on yes and give same name. Name called any name you can give it, but here I'm going to give demo-nb. So this time it will save the format called PPK format. It will save the type as PPK. So that's it. That's it. Now if you see in your downloads folder, open the downloads and check. See, you have two things: demo-nb PEM file, demo-nb PPK file. So demo-nb PEM file you can use for Linux systems. From Linux you want to connect PEM file. From Windows you want to connect this PPK file. You can use. Okay. Once again I'm telling you, so how to generate the or how to convert PEM into PPK. So go to all programs, click on Putty, select the Putty Gen, load your key. So which key you will load? PEM key. So click on here, it's showing the key type called PPK, but you can click all. So it will show all the keys type. Just upload the PEM key, click on open, okay, save key, yes, and give the name, either same name, different name you can give. Generally we use same name, and click on the save. Don't give like if I type demo-nb, it will show two things. So don't give .pem. Already .pem you have, just give the name called demo-nb, like whatever the name you give in keypay, so that name you can give. Don't give the .pem extension, just give the name. Automatically it will create with .ppk extension. Save this. Okay, so this is the way you can generate PEM key into PPK or PEM to PPK. Now you want to connect Linux machine, any Linux machine from Windows, go to all programs, Open the Putty. Here is the Putty. Just Putty. Open the Putty. Give the public IP address of your AWS system. Go to AWS Console. This is my AWS Console. Copy the public IP address. Copy the public IP address and paste the public IP address here. Okay, and just expand left side SSH. Click on authentication. Load your PPK key name called demo-nb PPK format. PPK format key you need to load. Then click on open. Okay, first time it will ask the fingerprint. Yes, you can click on the yes. Username is EC2-user. This is the standard name. Oh, something went wrong. Okay, something went wrong with my key. Okay, let me check this. What happened? Okay, so just select this and again let me open Putty. Open Putty. Copy the public IP address and expand SSH. Load your key name called demo-nb PEM key. No, sorry, PPK key. Open this. EC2-user. So if you are getting this kind of error, what you do is just remove your PPK key and regenerate it. So remove your PPK key, delete, and regenerate. Again, you want to generate, just use the Putty Gen. Load your PEM key. Open. Yes. Save as this. Click on yes. NB. So even you are getting the error, there is some issue with your key. While I copy here to here, there is some permission or some issue. If I'm getting again same error message. Now open the Putty. Copy the public IP address and expand SSH. Click on authentication. Load your private key. Open. Yeah, now I am able to connect. Okay, so this is my Linux machine. So you want to log in as a root user. Sudo -i. Yeah. Okay, you log in. Okay, this is the way we connect our EC2 instance from Windows. Okay, Linux EC2 instance from Windows. Private IP address you cannot use for outside connectivity purpose until unless you gave the tunnel or something, both the network or network connectivity VPN or something you set up. So you cannot give. Okay. So private IP address is only for within the AWS network, within the AWS VPC connectivity purpose you use private. Okay. Right. So this is the way we connect our AWS systems from Windows. From Windows we'll connect. Okay. And next class I will show it to you how to connect the Windows, how to launch the Windows, how to connect the Windows. Okay. Right. Any questions before we Any questions? Okay. So right. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Right. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.